I became a different Terry because I was in pain. And I wonder myself, how are we going to stop this payment? If I start over again, I would not believe in credit score. I have so many type of credit card, Macy card, Nordstrom cards. I have anxiety in myself, couldn't sleep at night for months. Debt is it's just like a rope. It just pull harder, it trap you harder. Whatever's your situation, you're not alone.
Hi, and welcome to the Keyconceptspodcast. Money is one of the biggest sources of stress in people's lives, but it's also one of the least talked about topics when it comes to real solutions, which is why I'm excited to have my special guest with me today, Terry Klein, a Ramsey Solutions Master Financial Coach. Terry, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me today. My pleasure.
Terry, for someone who's never heard of Terry NK Financial Coaching, how would you explain what you do?
I serve people at the heart of the teachers. I guide people understanding offense and defenses with the money. I help people with the healthy money habit by focusing on budgeting, debt-free living, behavior changes. I personally walk with clients step by step to achieve financial peace.
Financial peace. I think that's something that we all need nowadays, especially with the markets and the crazy world that we're living in. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been doing financial coaching yourself?
Officially started last year to kind of reach out more people. Majority of time that I serve by virtual coaching, which is through Zoom. Some people refer a phone call. I love to serve those type of local people as well. I serve people majority of individual or family, especially single woman, divorced woman, married woman. I have a special case that the married woman that they have to live with a husband with their, especially in their financial life separately. They don't combine financials together. After she's signed up coaching session with me, the following month I follow up with her. I was shocked to hear the news that she divorcing from her husband. A couple months later, she's finalized her divorce, and she shares with me that she was able to pay off debt, be able to buy a home, and also she starts saving her retirement.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, getting out of debt. I mean, it's unfortunate, a divorce and the splitting of the incomes, and it makes it stressful and hard on everybody. But if they're able to figure out how to recoup from those finances and being able to sustain themselves, that's ultimately the best thing. If you could be debt-free, be stress-free, that's where we all want to be at the end of the day. Did you have to get any degrees to become that coach?
Financial coaching is different than financial advisor. Financial coaching is the heart of the teacher to guide you through making a plan. And I want to be a Ramsey Solution Master Financial Coach.
What would you say is the biggest takeaway you got from that course?
I have learned that money is just, you have to learn offense and defense. So, for example, that if you want to buy a life insurance, understand what type of life insurance is the best fit for you. Or you want to buy a home, what the best financial strategy that you are able to afford it, instead of just, go through with the flow and buy the home and end up with not affordable.
Was there a situation that you yourself had to get out of to become financial free?
I used to believe in the credit score to help me to move faster and able to survive in the United States. I borrow money, especially credit card. Quickly, we owe over $1 million, and I keep working really hard and keep paying the bill. And I wonder myself, how are we going to stop this payment? At that time, I did not understand the principal and interest. And my husband told me that we've been paying interest, not the principal. So that's how I talked to my husband. We need to figure out how to get out of debt. We met the bankruptcy attorney twice. And that moment, my light bulb is just in my head. I have 2 children need to raise. I have my folks to support. How I can get out of debt. I have anxiety in myself. Couldn't sleep at night for months. Finally, we found Dave Ramsey principle and we implement in life, and quickly we able to pay off our debt.
What is the difference from paying the principal versus paying the interest?
It's just like when people loan you money, they of course they get the high interest. They want to collect the interest first before very low on the principals. The more I payment every month, it just give the lender rich and I'm become a poor.
Is the credit score really important?
If I start over again, I would not believe in credit score. I used to believe in credit score to help me move to survive in the United States. It's just make me in debt deeper. Debt is it's just like a rope. It just pull harder, it traps you harder.
What is the groundwork, Master Your Money? What is that program about? How does it work?
For me, it's just like a foundation. When you build a house, you need to have the concrete. And when your concrete is sturdy and established, you can build up the 4 walls. So that's why this course is like 90 minutes to 2 hours where I can talk to a client that what you understand about budget, how to prioritize any expenses. Income is just straightforward income, but expenses is just like a variety. Which one is important to your life and which one is you have prioritized first.
The debt collectors, is there a way to deal with them?
You need to make a plan. You can be negotiate with that and see that they can make a money, down for you. But the thing that you have to have in writing, not verbally. So every step that they talk to you, they make the deal that you can lower your debt. If you want a settlement, the certain dollar amount, you should be in writing.
$10,000 with Bank of America or Wells Fargo. Can I negotiate those interest rates down at least?
If you're working on debt management strategy, want to get out of debt, some situation we can use that method to negotiate, make it low, so you can have time to pay off your debt. But the key is you have to stop borrowing.
What is your back office lifesaver program and who is it designed for?
For the small business owner, the owner should know exactly where the money goes, whether is 1 cent or bigger dollar amount. I specialize in the automotive industry. They should do a budget, know exactly what expenses every month. And also income is just like the revenue. Monthly, it could be, some month is high revenue, some month is low. So they need to know how to do projection.
So what is the Take Control Tuesdays budgeting basics program that you do?
Just a group coaching if they don't mind to share their financial situation each other. They could be in the group coaching. They can learn, some tip and trick, how to save money, how to get out of debt quickly and which way. So that's why I created a Tuesday budgeting basic where people can get together and checking their expenses.
What does that initial clarity call look like?
That is like 45 minutes to an hour long, where I can gather all the information that what's your income, what's your debt situation, what the status of, what's your long-term goal when you want to retire, how it look like. Because for coaching, financial coaching is just not focused on the debt and budgeting. We should have looking for our future, how it look like. That's what we working on and fighting on about it.
Generally speaking, what are the best ways to save money?
To save money, first of all, stop borrowing money. That's very simple. And then you have to ask yourself that, am I gonna change my behavior? Because a part of the overspending is the behavior, because most people doesn't want to give up their lifestyle, which is they spend and buy here and pay later. That's where they get in too much debt and they don't know where the money go.
What about like ways to increase your disposable income?
Income, if it's not covering your expenses, that's where you need to think about find another job that higher pay with your ability, or you need to even work a second job or a third job. It's just a temporary, but the mindset here is that you need to get out of debt. Sometimes when you do budgeting, you're going to find yourself a race there because you overspend on certain stuff, or you purchase some stuff that not necessary.
What areas is most of the wasteful spending, the optional spending going to?
In and out. That's where the most people are struggling with it. And also when you pay in too much in, for example, insurance, you choose the insurance is not correctly, not to buy the right coverage. It could cost you money as well.
But what if I want to take a vacation? Can I still get out of debt and take a vacation, or do I have to just cut everything out?
Unfortunately, when you're still in debt and you have to focus on pay off debt, vacation is kind of like a pause, for a temporary pause. Until you pay off your debt, get out of debt, and then save money for vacation, not borrow money to go vacation. Yes, you can enjoy life, of course, but you have to pay cash when you want to spend.
If someone's living paycheck to paycheck and they're like, well, how much is a financial coach going to cost? What advice would you tell them?
Coaching fee services is just like you investing yourself for a personal education for your life that you never learned how to manage money before. And also you will have the best accountability partner to motivate you, support you with any struggling in your financial situation.
Now, your mission is to focus on high earning women. And is there a personal story behind that?
It's from my personal myself. I used to earn a lot of money, but also I spent a lot of money as well because I thought at that time I earned a lot of money, so I deserve to spend as well. And also I believe in debt, and quickly I overspend it. And then the debt is just like compound more at I expected or awareness that. So that's why I focus on the higher income woman.
Do you think you would have listened to yourself if you would have tried to give yourself advice at that time?
The reason I became a different Terry because I was in pain. I really was in deep pain and I want to out of it. The prior Terry didn't understand about budgeting, hate budgeting, talk about budgeting. It's just like a stranger talking to yourself. Why I have to do that? Because that time Terry did not understand pain.
What qualities do you think someone needs to have to be a good financial coach?
Empathy, judgment-free, accountability partner. I'm very good at hold people accountable. To do every single task has to be accomplished before we move on to the next one. If they're struggling with each action step, I would try to help figure it out what's going on, how we can approach or reach our action step faster or accomplished before we move on with something else.
If you could leave everybody with one piece of financial advice, what would that be?
I say budgeting is not a beginning, is not my thing. But once you do the budget, you have to track all your spending, where it's go. That's how it's align each other. Even you do the budget and you don't track it, the money will be disappear quickly.
What does zero budgeting mean?
It's very simple. It's income minus expenses equals zero. And income is just income in. Whether you have side job, you have main job, you have third job, or that's income. Expenses, you're gonna think like what you spend, but actually is include your saving as well. If you building First, you have to start up with $1,000 in saving. That's included in your expenses category.
Terry, if someone wants to reach out to you, where can people find your phone number, your social media, your emails, your contacts, your website? How do people get in touch with you?
The best method to contact me is text me at 916-607-8274 or visit my website, Terry, Terri, and like Nancy, K like Klein, financialcoaching.com, where you can book me free clarity call. I love to talk to everybody, and hopefully I can be a part of to financial freedom journey.
Awesome. We'll make sure we get it on the screen and we'll get it in the description below. So for the listeners, if they click into the video or to the audio version, if they open up the details, we'll link back to all your social media contacts and handles so people can reach out to you pretty easily. Terry, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your knowledge with us today. I really appreciate you coming on this episode.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. To the viewers, the good news is that financial change doesn't happen all at once. It happens one decision at a time. Thank you for watching this episode of the Key Concepts Podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one. So take care.
Hey.